Hey y'all, Grown Black Folks Talk, back out on the climb on my first day of being an Amazon Best Giver. I haven't sold a book yet. The link will be in the description for those of you who want to get your free download of Seizing the Crypto Bull Run for Financial Freedom. It is still the bestseller in analysis and trading for investment strategies. It's still number 2 in wealth management. It's still number 8 in personal finance. And I'm actually going to do a big old launch week thank you in which I cover everybody on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, just to shed this joy around. We're not quite done yet, so who knows. But yesterday evening, and I recorded it at the time that I found out, I was number 1 twice and number 7 in personal finance. And a number of you have gone through and have continued to get your downloads that you still held me. There are a lot of great authors on Amazon. To be number 1, even for a moment, you all, and of course those of you on Facebook and TikTok, pushed me beyond some very much established authors who were actually real experts. I'm just someone with some experience in crypto. But you all did that too. And I thank you for trusting me enough. And for those of you, because life is life and you can't always hear about it, it's still free at midnight. And after midnight, should you find it Saturday, still just $5. Now, if you didn't get your free download, because I know I have at least 2 people that Amazon was just messing with, I'm going to put up what I do, some housekeeping after this, after I look at everything, do some housekeeping. If there's enough of you that had trouble, I'll make a free copy available to you. I have a free copy available on Google Drive. I just can't distribute it widely because of Amazon rules about that. But if anybody had difficulty, I'll make it right with you to make sure that you got what you came to Amazon to get. But then again, why am I out here? Because I want to mention to us as black women that I took November the 1st off, which must have been a lot of the day that I climbed from 194th. I climbed out of the hundreds. Oh, hey. Who came up over here on me? This dog just came up behind me and just literally, I didn't even know that dog was there. Master just out there just to yell it and carrying on. And I don't know if I got it on camera before he finally moved, but he was just like, I want to be over here. He got right up over my shoulder. Confidence with love said the time would come when people would be trying to get up in my lap. The time is here. But why am I back out here on this absolutely beautiful day? Well, as I was saying before I was realized the time of my visitation. The first Wednesday, I took that whole day off and I did that video from outside. And that must have been the day, because I was in the hundreds then, and the highest place I had gotten to on the first day was 129. So between me being in the nice high hundreds, not too bad, again, 5th author, first time in this category. For me being from there, it must have happened Wednesday when I wasn't paying attention. So that climb happened while I was out resting. Now I have a couple videos to do. I want to talk to you about interlocking systems that came together to do that, and how those getting in step, and it wasn't all that I did, but there are several important Amazon pitches. Why y'all need to go and make sure you get with True Mystique to put the right stuff on the front of your projects. On Amazon, having a good cover is very important because Amazon has millions of books, so you need to stand out. How to pick your trade dress for your subject. True Mystique can help you with that through the use of AI. I'm not going to give away all the AI tools that she uses because that's part of her competitive advantage, but as an Amazon bestseller, I want you to know that's a bestseller cover. That's a bestseller cover. There's a lot of other things that I can share with you and places I can point you to that all these systems have to come together. But one of the first things is, number 1 is be in your calling, doing what you're supposed to do, and get your life together. Because only then can all the synergies from heaven to earth come together for you. Even within common grace, I guarantee you, even under common grace, that if you are still out here worried about everybody else's business, worried about what men who do not intend to do anything but what they're doing are doing, competing with other black women, competing with other people in America when some things are not necessary, worried about how you measure up compared to white people in America, I guarantee you that certain synergies cannot come together for you, because a lot of the stuff we've been taught to believe is destructive. Not taking the time off that we need is a destructive habit. Now, I had plenty to do this morning. I got plenty to do when I get back. But on Wednesday, that's when the Amazon climb started. And like I said, I'll talk about these stuff. There's also some things on Grown Black Folks Talk that we need to talk about, too. There's some things that have happened. A man who once was arguably the most powerful in the world learned a lesson on Thursday that I think we need to consider, especially those of us that have a legacy that we want to put forward and protect. And I'm not quite sure how I want to put that video, and I know I want to talk to you about the system thinking that I learned from Robert Kiyosaki, but I can't do all that right now. Because my mind, like I have shared with you in previous weeks, it has been a transcendent experience from late March to now. The lows have been so low, and the highs have been so high. I've been writing since I was 9 years old. When I went and talked to my parents about what happened, I gave my mother a hug for homeschooling, and I gave my father a hug for protecting and providing for his family so she could nurture me and not be worried about all that. And I also gave him a hug because he gave me my first writing journal, because some of his associates had told him, make sure your children can communicate. Well, between his two daughters, there are 7 books out there, and my sister's going to bounce out 8 and 9. Check Star Sam is going to bounce out 8 and 9 for y'all. So, yeah, she'll have 4 books by the end of next year to my 5. So, yeah, they're going to bounce out 8 and 9. So that's all the things that went into that, and all the things that my parents and my grandparents did get it. There is a connectivity to them. But when you don't do those things, you mess up your legacy. So that's a lot of people that had to get in step with their calling, generation after generation after generation. And if somehow that did not happen for you, it can start with you. I'm not out here, well, getting my life together 101. I also have a video to do for y'all next week about public safety in autumn and winter time. I'm going to start getting out here earlier in the morning, and then we won't be in these afternoon winds. That's a different video. But when you get all these things together, when you don't have these things together, you don't have a legacy like this. And if the people before you didn't do it, it can start with you. This is why I encourage you to get your life together. Not from a position of looking down on you and judging you, but it's just because the process of me getting my life together has allowed me to sit here with all of y'all. And for me to be able to do what I was going to do, True Mystique to do what she was going to do, Confidence would love to do what she was going to do, because she's bigger on TikTok. For people on TikTok to decide what they wanted to do, for people on Facebook to decide what they wanted to do, for people on YouTube, y'all to decide what you wanted to do. So that's going to be a long launch week thank you video. I'm probably going to have to actually make notes, because I'll probably make one video for everybody. And then I have to write to my pastor and Sister McNeil about their contribution. You know, they're people who encourage younger black people in their church. And at El Bethel, if you're about 55 or down, you're a young person. And how they've nourished us. Stayed there through a lot of transcendently good and transcendently bad, too. And then there's a whole process of, you know, making it available, because we have a lot of age groups that really want a paperback. And I've heard from a number of you that you want a paperback. So I got to make sure that happens. I got to sit down with True Mystique and get my funds together and make sure she's properly compensated, because you know she does bestseller covers, right? Right? Y'all get your lives and your money together for next year. Remember, you have someone in our midst who does bestseller covers, right? get my money together. I'm working on it right now so we can get this paperback cover done. I haven't approached her with it yet officially. Sorry, True. What we're really working on is actually working on our interview for Tuesday. We're going to get together and talk about this amazing piece of synergy between Christian women and we're in the same generation. Well, no, not really. I'm an exennial. She's a later millennial. So we're kind of gappy. There's about 13, 14 years in age between us. But how this came together. I mean, it's a coast-to-coast situation. I'm in San Francisco, on the left coast. She's in New York, New York. So you have all this different stuff that's going on. Both of us are going through transcendently good and bad experiences. Both of us have to look at, okay, Lord, you want us to do what? How? Where? Why? Okay, you said to do it. We're just going to step out. From different time periods, from slightly different walks of life, but sharing this experience. Now, the word she uses is multi-potential. Like, well, I'm about to get copyright struck because someone's out here enjoying his life. I got to go, y'all. But I'll catch y'all next time. Like I said, legacy, getting your life together goes into all this, and I'll get to the rest next week. All right, bye.